let's actually read some of this while we wait. So, November 8th, 2007. Blank is gone. His brother, another blank, reported it today to law enforcement at about 8:30 a.m. Being his assistant, I'm concerned with how normal Noah was behaving just yesterday. Next entry is November 10th. So it says, absolutely nothing. Police are still looking out. This reminds me of Jason's disappearance all those years back. He was a brilliant assistant. Right. Next one. November 14th. That's a few days back. I think I should visit James soon. I haven't seen the guy in ages. What's he up to? November 16th. I called James on the telephone. No response. I left a voicemail telling him that I'd be on my way over, as we would do to each other when we were kids. We used to be as close as brothers. He must not have been home, as his door was locked when I arrived. His car was in the driveway. He may have gone down to the lake in his backyard. James's house is far within the woods to the south. He moved there last year after the incident. I feel bad for him. Back on topic, I decided that I'd check back on the guy later. Last sentence there says, alright, I'm ready to leave. When I returned to James's home, I saw him sitting outside on his patio chair. He smiled cheerily at me and I asked the guy how he was doing. We had a jolly old conversation just like the old days. I considered bringing up the incident with Charles, but that day really did scar him. I decided not to. I asked if he'd like to come over for Thanksgiving. He hesitated. After a moment, he said he wouldn't. Why not? November 18th. I ran out of ink last night. This morning I went to the shop to buy extra pens. I tried to convince James to come over for Thanksgiving. Instead, he just lashed out at me. Frankly, I was surprised. He isn't the sort of person to do that. I figured that he didn't want me here, so I quickly slipped away. What's wrong with him? He's never gotten aggressive with me before. November 20th. Regarding Noah's disappearance, there is still no new info. James called earlier while I was at the store. He left me a voicemail. He's going to be here for Thanksgiving. November 22nd, aka Thanksgiving. Today, James, Alroy, Lloyd, and I met at my home for Thanksgiving dinner. We all had a very good time. At the start, at least. I excused myself to use the bathroom, and I returned to the noise of glass shattering. James had punched one of my windows and was holding his bleeding hand, crying. Lloyd told me later that he had snapped suddenly. His hand was gushing blood. I called an ambulance to the house from my landline. He's in the emergency care now. November 26th. James called me from the hospital today. Now, I can begin to understand. December 5th. James has spoken to me about the Black Fox. In the past month or so, he has possibly been seeing it out of the corner of his eye. I've asked him to bring keys? I've asked him to bring photographic evidence, if possible, for the next time we meet. Out of 6, god damn. Regardless, he is very cooperative, and we are continuing this on the 12th. Oh, what the hell. December 12th. We met again today. James has brought me several photographs, a select few worth observing. There's a... I don't know about that. Ugh. Weird. James has also brought up that he is dreaming of large skeletal beings towering over his bed. Is it true that not only the Black Fox, but also the other entities are targeting James? We will keep in touch. December 15th. I met James at a diner earlier today. We had a rather nice time, though. He did seem easily distracted. After we split the bill, James went off in his car rather quickly. I will contact him in a few days to discuss another meeting. January 2nd. James is gone. I see it now. The fox. It's always right there, out of the corner of my eye. The shapeshifters are in my dreams. So is the fox. This isn't right. Tests need to be conducted. There has to be something. Some cure. Something to repel. Something that can overpower them. I'll find it if it's the last thing I do. Wait, is that the end? What the fuck? That's it? There's really nothing left. Oh, it's not over. And though you fear what you cannot comprehend, you cannot fight what you don't understand. A mere fly cannot escape a spider's hunger, no matter where it hides, no matter where it flees. It can only give in, and giving in leads to a better life, just like the deceitful one.